On the 27th of January 2004, myself and colleagues from Southampton University Students' Union stood in horror outside the St Stephen's Gate at the Houses of Parliament as the rebel Labour MP Nick Brown turned traitor. Nick Brown had led around 20 Labour MPs in rebelling against the Higher Education Bill, which first scrapped the student grant and introduced tuition fees. Flanking him was a timid-looking Mandy Telford, the NUS president, who offered no opposition to his decision despite the heckles and pleas of students. It had been widely forecast that the defeat for the government would have led to the resignation of Prime Minister Tony Blair. Whilst the NUS waited ineffectually outside, SUSU representatives moved inside the Houses of Parliament at the invitation of several MPs, lobbying government ministers, including David Miliband, to fight against tuition fees. We then took our seats in the Strangers' Gallery in the House of Commons, 50 feet from the Prime Minister. We sat inside Parliament as the shocking news that the Higher Education Bill had been passed by just 5 votes, 316 to 311, was announced. Today, Nick Brown is famous for having been embroiled in the expenses scandal, but remains a Labour backbench MP. Mandy Telford, the NUS president who failed to act for a generation of students, is now a special advisor to Labour MP Tessa Jowell, who also voted in favour of tuition fees that day. It was on that cold January morning that I realised how ineffective a politically motivated organisation run by would-be politicians is. Today, almost 7 years later, I wish the students at Southampton University all the very best as they make a difficult decision on whether to re-affiliate to the NUS. Through my 11 years at SUSU, my fellow trustees and I have worked tirelessly to deliver a politically neutral, student-focused and engaging university experience. We have done that through acknowledging the power of democracy sits in the voice of the individual, and we have sought to represent the students of Southampton, not the politics of outsiders. This is why I and other former sabbatical officers are lending our voices to the Vote No to NUS campaign. The issues we protected Southampton from over the last decade are as fresh and current as ever, and we would hope that every student can enjoy the experience that makes Southampton truly unique and special. I'm Mike Tinmouth, and I served as the Athletic Union President in 2003-04 and as a Senior Manager at SUSU from 2008 to September 2010.